We've got Yoga with Sarah, and tonight we've got a dance party. Not quite sure what the theme is, but that's always pretty fun. So we hope you'll join us for the dance party. Feel free to chime in, my friends who have extra information about any of these programs. You should be unmuted if I need you. On Tuesday, we got our classic indoor walk with Mark at 10 o'clock, 2 p.m. with Art with Karen. Karen, any updates?
People need to have scissors and maybe photos or magazine pictures or whatever they want to do. We're making collages. Ooh. And a glue stick or glue. And as always, if you don't want to do that, you just get your coloring pages or your blank paper and you just do what you want to do.
Karen, will there be bad jokes?
Of course. That goes without saying.
Can I tell you my new favorite joke I've ever heard?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
I don't know.
In Dubai, they don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. Yep, that's it. That's the best thing that happened this weekend in my life.
Well,
all right.
Did you wait a second? Did you hear that I did a joke for you the other day? It was an Andy Garlic joke. It was why does the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants?
Oh, yes. Why, Karen?
In case you got a hole in one.
That's a good one. I do like that one.
But I said that was your joke.
Yeah. Never had a hole in one, though, so thanks for rubbing it in. On Wednesday, Mark Kelly, tell us about boxing.
Boxing, Andy. You're going to need to know your jab. You're going to need to know your undercut. You need to know your hook. We're also going to get on the ground and work on our core a lot. So that's going to be a fun time at boxing. And the mile walk that was that's going to be on Tuesday. We're going up to 2 miles. We've done 1 mile for 4 weeks straight. We have bumped it up to 2 miles. So be ready tomorrow morning.
Escalation. I like it. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Hey, is Ben Majeski on here?
I saw Lisa. Yep. Is that muted?
Ben, do you want to tell us about boot camp on Wednesday?
I can't see you.
He's right there, Ben.
Tell us about boot camp on Wednesday.
Tell him about boot camp.
We can see you.
About boot camp.
Ben, come upstairs. That's not working. Come on, quickly.
All right, we'll come back. But Ben, I'm sure on Wednesday they're going to do lots of different exercises, get your sweat up. It's been pretty great. Coach Andy and Big Mike are usually there, which is really exciting. And then Morgan and Emma, or Morgan, tell us about, or Emma, you're on here. Tell us about Family Feud.
Oh, she's muted. Well, I'll tell you. There you go, Em. So this is our backed by popular demand Family Feud, and we will have some new categories and tons of fun. And you should be there or give me something, Emma.
Not somewhere not having fun. I will add,
triangle.
Last week, we featured our new commissioner and asked her some questions as kind of like halftime activity. We do have a new person that we're featuring this week, but what do you think, Maureen? Should we keep it a surprise?
Definitely a surprise.
All right. It's going to be incredible.
Stay tuned. See you at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yes.
I don't know who the surprise is. Oh, boy. Thursday, we got Zumba with Judy. Ooh. Some Spotlighters in the afternoon. I saw the musical for Spotlighters this week, and I'm pretty excited. Does someone want to tell us what it is? I can.
Well, they learned some more Mamma Mia songs, which have been in my head all week, which has been great. And we did learn a new Carole King song.
Oh.
That's from Beautiful, right?
Yes.
Yes, that wonderful musical. So that's
Yeah.
up on Thursday. And then Thursday night will be the campfire once again. Last week we played The Price is Right at the campfire. So that was a pretty fun program. So we'll do something fun on Thursday night as well. And then Friday, Irish step dancing in the morning with Jen. Virtual poetry slam and short stories with Karen and Glennon on Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. And then Friday night is Harry Potter. Mark, you were at Harry Potter with Maggie on Friday night, right?
I was. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple people put the lightning bolt on their forehead, and other people dress up. It was a lot of fun.
And Mark, will you tell us about the weekly challenge for this week?
Oh, yes, the weekly challenge. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Andy. You're to make a sign that says hashtag Newton Together and put it on your window today. It's in honor of Patriots Day. And if you don't live in Newton, you could put hashtag Wellesley Together or hashtag Needham Together. And then if you could post it to our Facebook page or email it in. I know I've seen some up on Facebook, and I know Leah just emailed hers in the other day. So yeah, we want to see how creative you can get making a Newton Together sign. You could say Athletes Unlimited Together. And then Karen will be sending the lovely winner a Athletes Unlimited t-shirt.
And we had hoped to do it this weekend and get them up today, Mark, but people can still do them all week, right?
They can do them all week.
And we'll post them and we'll announce the winner at the end of the week. So if you can't get to it today, that's okay. Work on it this week.
Did we want to announce the winner of last week's challenge?
Sure.
Yeah, it was Patrick Devlin.
Woo!
All right, Patrick.
Crazy.
Yay, Patrick.
Patrick, winner.
Patrick was teaching himself how to play guitar, a new skill.
Nice.
Will you tell us about it?
I have lessons after weeks, every week.
Do you have a favorite song to play, Patrick?
The Hives, Hate to Say I Told You So.
Wow, by The Hive?
Yes.
Wow, very cool. Is that the one you had us play at we played that, I think. It was a good one.
Yeah. The dance party?
Yeah, it was something. But you had us play it. That's a quite a rock and roll song, Patrick.
Yeah, to say.
Congratulations. Does anybody want to give me a thumbs up in the camera and tell us about a program they think they might come to this week that they're excited for? What's a program you want to go to? Rudy, I see you smiling. I'm going to come to you, Rudy. Ruthie,
What?
you excited for any programs this week?
Yes.
Which one?
Fox name is Mark.
Oh, that sounds fun. You like that, Ruth?
Mhm. Yes, I do.
You're not using it on any of your siblings, are you?
No.
That's all right. You get extras. You got plenty.
Yeah.
Somebody else. Mark?
I'm ready for you, Ruth. Hey, Andy, can you go over to my friend? It says Joey Motzi. He's with Belmont Sports, and he comes to the Kevin Clancy basketball tournament. He just jumped on for the first day, so I'm excited to see him.
Hi, Joey.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, I heard about it on Facebook, so I decided to join.
What classes are you going to do, Joe? Did you just see him?
I was thinking about this morning, and then the thing tonight at 7:00.
That's awesome.
Good one.
Is there a way you or Heidi could tell our programs to your friends at Belmont Sports?
Well, the thing about Belmont Sports is we're doing a virtual bingo or something. I think
Yep.
we only do Friday nights at 7 p.m. So I'm not sure how she can
Okay.
pass the word out, but she does like a Belmont thing every Friday at 7:00.
That's awesome. Maybe I'll send an email to Heidi. But it's good to see you.
Yeah, I don't think she knew that I was going to join this, but someone invited me to this. It was Emily. Awesome, that told me about this.
Great.
Oh, we know Emily. Great.
Yeah.
Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming, Joey.
You're welcome.
Who else has a program that they're gonna come to this week? Jillian?
Well, I would say poetry, my favorite thing, and because this is my idea. And by the way, I want to let you know my good news. Shane has Zoom now.
Woo!
Shane does? Oh, great. Let's
That's
get Shane in Zoom.
awesome.
So I want to let everybody know that. So be prepared for Shane will contact you at some point.
We will be prepared.
Yes.
Thanks, Jillian. I also saw the drawing you did for Shane. It was very nice.
Well, yeah, because I want to do something nice for my friend, which is her, and I hope I'll be the winner. That's what I hope.
We'll see. Thanks, Jillian. Another thumb. Hef.
Well, I like a lot of them, but I guess the most obvious one I have to say is the Harry Potter one. It's my sister that's hosting it.
Yeah, how did it go? Was it good? Brian?
Great.
Did you
As you
wear
heard from
costumes?
Mark, it was really popular.
Were
Yeah.
people wearing costumes?
I and Movie were.
Nice. That's fun. Thanks, Brian. Benny. Benny, tell us what you need to.
Here we go.
The boot camp.
Yeah, tell us about it. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be my dad's sidekick.
Nice. You're gonna help out?
I'm staying at my parents' house this week for 2 weeks.
Good. That's good. You're gonna do some push-ups at boot camp?
Yeah. And
Ben, I like that last week you did a trivia question on the Facebook page.
I did, yes.
That was really fun. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, and I hope that my friends at 1090 will do the same.
Cool. That's awesome. Thanks, Benny.
Oh, 1090.
Hold on. This is important. Birthday girl.
Uh-huh.
Patty, what's going on?
Nothing much.
How was your birthday?
It was good.
Did you do anything fun?
Yeah, I did have some fun. My cousins came in their car and they played songs for me and they had like signs for me.
Oh,
You got a birthday parade.
that's sweet.
And then I had barbecue for dinner from Blue Ribbon.
Mhm.
And I had a cake and ice cream. And then I got balloons and flowers.
I saw one Andy Doyle posted some nice things on Facebook for you.
Yes.
Saw that as well.
Very, very nice birthday weekend.
Yes. And I'm excited about Spotlight is for Thursday. I've been pressing my song, my new song.
Oh, what's the new song?
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Patty. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Speaking of birthdays, is Melanie on?
No.
So everybody, just so you know, today is Melanie's birthday. So if you're on a program with Melanie
Oh,
and you
dear.
see her, wish her a happy birthday. Joseph.
Good.
Here we go, Mon.
Hi,
Um,
Beth. How are you?
Hi. No,
Joseph, hold on, Monica, one second. Joseph, tell us what's up.
I'm doing boot camp with Andy.
Great. On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Do you like that boot camp?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks,
All right.
Joseph. All right, where's Beth Garlic?
I
She-
Oh, there she is.
Bethy.
Hi, Beth. Guess what? I got to join the programs that you've been doing all this time. I'm so excited to see everybody's faces.
Hello.
Bethy, 8:30s are early for Bethy.
Beautiful hair done.
No, I feel like I'm related to her.
This is more of an Andy dad time of the day.
It's like Camp Garlic all over again.
All right, Bethy, have a good day.
Up.
I gotta sign off.
Nope.
No, stay on.
All right. So I have some other announcements. So we got to do our This Day in History because I like doing this. So important thing that is actually very timely. So in 1912, a really important building in Boston opened. In 1912, a really important building in Boston opened. Does anybody have a guess or a question? Joey, you think you know?
Fenway Park.
Fenway Park. Fenway Park opened in Boston on April 20th, 1912. All right, I'm going to up that. Another stadium in the MLB opened on the exact same day in the exact same year. Patty?
Patriot Stadium.
It is Patriots Day, but in this day in history, another building. All right, let me give you another hint. It's another baseball stadium, and it has something in common with Newton North. Ooh, Patrick?
Tiger Stadium.
Tiger Stadium in Detroit. They both opened on the exact same day in 1912. Nice job, Patrick. All right, here's another good one. In 1964, Andy Serkis was born.
That's like that one.
This is why I like this one. I bet everybody has seen Andy Serkis in a movie and might not know that it's the same person. So Andy Serkis, Emma, you know, who are some of the people Andy Serkis played?
I think he played Gollum.
Played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings.
And he was one of the main characters in Planet of the Apes.
He was Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
He also, I feel like he was in, did he do the body of I forget his name, but the raccoon character in Guardians of the Galaxy?
I don't know that one.
The voice, maybe not. I don't know.
Bradley Cooper was the voice of that one, right?
He was the voice, yeah. But
So Andy Serkis, Emma's totally right. He was Gollum. He was King Kong in King Kong. He was Snoke in the new Star Wars. He was Baloo in Mowgli, and he was Claw in Black Panther. So he's been in some of the biggest movies in history as all these different crazy characters. So he was born today in 1964.
Cool.
So that's a cool stat. All right, here's something else cool to think about today. On Patriots Day, something really big happens every year in Boston. I see Morgan's got some gear on. I might be sporting some gear. Betsy DeShulo rolled in some gear. Mark Kelly's got some gear on. What happens in Boston on Patriots Day? Louis?
Is the Boston Marathon?
The Boston Marathon. Awesome, Adam. Do you go and watch the marathon sometimes?
I think it's you, Margaret Cody, Morgan, Emma.
Yep.
Emma.
Nice job, Em.
Different kind of marathon.
Plus, also one of my cousins.
One of your cousins did it. That's awesome. So the Boston Marathon happens in Boston on Patriots Day, and it goes all the way from Hopkinton to Boston. It's 26.2 miles. So for those of you who go with us to the Warren Center, if we went into Fenway Park and then drove to the Warren Center, and not taking the Mass Pike, that would be too short. If you took the long way, that's how long the Boston Marathon is. It's super, super long. So for those of us who did it recreationally, it's a really long time, except maybe for DeShulo. Madam President might have done it pretty quick. But some of us, it takes a really long time. But does anybody know, how long do you think it was the fastest anybody ever did the marathon in Boston? In 2011, the record for the Boston Marathon was set. how fast do you think somebody ran the Boston Marathon? Joey?
2 minutes and 12 seconds.
So it was longer than that. Got some of the numbers right. But it'd have to run 26.2 miles. Just so you know, to drive that far would take you a half an hour on the highway. So how long would it take you to jog that far? Well, I guess they run.
Or walk.
Or walk. Any guesses? We can change the question. Do we think it was more than an hour or less than an hour? Ozzy, more than an hour or less than an hour?
Probably less than an hour or something.
You think that's, I don't know, Rye. I think it might be more than an hour.
More than an hour.
Yeah, probably more than an hour, Rye. Patty, what do you think?
More than an hour.
More than an hour. All right, so we think it's more than an hour. So what guesses do we have? If it's more than an hour. Coming back to you, Joey.
2 hours and 16 minutes.
Joey, you are so close. It is over 2 hours, but less than 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Ooh.
Julia, did you have a guess? Did you have a thumb up?
Oh.
We got to figure out. Sorry, Julia, we can't hear you. We got to figure out what happens there. All right, so here's the answer. It takes 2 hours and 3 minutes. That was the record. They ran 26 miles in 2 hours and 3 minutes. That's crazy fast. Here's another cool thing. In 2007, an astronaut named Sunny Williams on Patriots Day ran a marathon in space. She was in the International Space Station, and she started at the exact same time as the marathon, and she ran a marathon in space on a treadmill at the same time as the Boston Marathon. So that's pretty cool. And it's kind of like we're all on International Space Stations right now. So very simple. Sunny Williams did that in 2007. So those are my fun on this date in history. Does anybody have a question or a comment on those, on the Boston Marathon or Andy Serkis, I guess? Patty, what's up?
The Boston Marathon, it reminds me of, because my godfather ran the marathon once, he ran in it, and I used to watch him do it, and I used to go and watch the marathon, and I liked it, and then after that, I went home and then I said good job to him.
Good, thanks, Patty. Monty?
Andy, can I show a picture from last Patriots Day last year, the last time I ran the marathon?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna try it this way.
Hey.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, cute.
That was a fun day. Monica was super helpful that day. She picked me up in Boston. I saw her in Wellesley, and then she picked me up in Boston.
I was sort of helpful. You had to wait a little bit because I got the directions a little bit wrong because it's really busy in there. If you've ever been at the finish line of the marathon, there's so many people and there's all these gates. So I said, hi, Andy, you're going to have to wait for me at the Four Seasons. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, so that's not what happened. Let me clarify the record on this. I got to the finish, and Monica said, great job. We're going to walk to the State House. And I said, no, we're not. I will meet you at the Four Seasons. And Monica said, okay. And she went to get the guy. Mark or Morgan or Betsy, do you have a favorite marathon story you want to share? Or a favorite moment or something that you liked about the marathon?
I had a very similar experience, Andy, where John and the kids and my parents drove in to get me at the finish line. They saw me at mile 19 and then drove in to get me. Couldn't figure out, Monica, where to park, what to do. So John just parked in his garage, which is not close to the finish line. And so I found everybody. It was like, woo, you did it. It's so amazing. And John was like, well, the good news is that you did it. And the bad news is we have to walk to my garage.
Yeah,
and I cried a little bit, and then we made it. Yep.
Yeah, my fabulous parents parked on Charles Street, which is about another 1.5 miles away.
All right, I like the course and the running and the fame.
Well, I can say I'm outside now, and this is Hopkinton where the marathon starts, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day, and runners would be going off about right now. Wasn't the same case for when Betsy and I ran because we ran in the rain, but I loved seeing a fan club at mile. I think it was just at before mile 1, Andy and Morgan and Emma and Lucy and Joe and my family were all there cheering me on. So that was a great moment in my life.
And then last year, Mark, I remember, I've never ran the marathon, but last year Lucy and I saw Morgan and Andy at Hopkinton, and then we saw them in Wellesley, or we saw Andy in Wellesley, and then we saw them on Heartbreak Hill, halfway up Heartbreak Hill. So 3 times last year. That was pretty incredible. Good memory for me. But Mark, I remember last year at the Hopkinton spot, I think you almost ran the marathon again with Andy and Morgan.
I tend to get a little fired up on Marathon Monday.
I have a great video of you just taking off with them screaming, and we thought we wouldn't see you again until, the finish line.
Sounds about right.
It's very exciting. I ran this morning. I had to go to ComAv for a little while this morning. There wasn't a lot of people out.
That's good.
So
yeah,
my
I would
favorite
say.
thing-
Go ahead.
Mo. No, you go, Mo.
Okay. I would say running the first mile with Andy was like something I'll never forget. And then I sent him on his way because he's faster than me. And then seeing Emma and Lucy at Heartbreak Hill, and we just had a nice casual walk because at that point I just wanted to see my friends, and FaceTiming Johanna because of her knee surgery. So I got to see all of them, and then turning on Boylston and seeing our friend Chrissy and Bobby.
Yeah.
And then my whole family crossing the finish line, which was awesome.
So I was going to talk about the people too, Morgan. So when you start the marathon, it's like there's 30,000 people running. So that's like all of Fenway Park lines up and gets ready to run. That's how big that is. And you're in Hopkinton, and then they say you run by 1 million people. So you start there. So you see a lot of people, but it's the people that you know who get you going. So when Morgan and I ran, we didn't have the weather like Betsy and Mark did, but we had all of the weather. So when we started, we had thunderstorms, and then in Natick, it was super hot. And by the time I got to BC, and I know there's a lot of athletes on this call who know BC, who like BC a lot. By the time I got to BC, it was the first time I was alone on the course. There was like not that many people around me. The fans had gone in because it was like 40 degrees and super windy and a rainstorm. And I was hurting a lot. And then I heard Jay Powers from the Green Line as the only fan on the course at that point cheering me on. And I was like, oh, Camp Echo Bridge, let's go. Forgot me. And then I blacked out for a bit. And then I woke up on Boylston Street. It was awesome. But it was the people. It was all the camp people and all the Athletes Unlimited people who made that possible. So that was super, super fun.
Let me backtrack to Carolee and Wellesley with Toby. Oh, you know, Carolee, thank you for being out there. It was late in the day.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you being out there.
Hey, Andy, I think we have our youngest ever Zoom participant.
We got Evelyn.
Yes.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, everyone. I can't wait to see you in person. I can't wait to do my first dance party with all of you.
So big. Oh my God.
She is. She's 25 and a half inches tall.
Wow. Oh my gosh. She's so
chunky.
cute.
Yeah, you want to get closer to the mirror? The camera, ready?
Monica, you tell a story about the doctor and her legs.
Oh, so Evelyn had to go to the doctor last week for her checkup. And you know, in your babies, you get vaccinations. So we go in and we weigh her, and then we get her height. And then it's time for the shots. And they do the shots in her little chubby legs. So the nurse
holds down one leg and gives her shots, and Evelyn doesn't like it. She starts crying and she starts kicking, and I can hear the nurse going, ugh, ah, ugh, ugh. And then finally she gets the shot in, and the nurse backs up and she says, "That is the strongest 4-month-old I've ever met." And I said, "I know, because when she was in my belly, she was kicking me the whole time. I know."
Future soccer player.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Rugby player. Blue team.
Baby.
So let's see. So Christine, I saw you had your thumb up a little while ago.
Yes. So I lived on the marathon route, and in 1982, a couple weeks before the marathon, Bill Rogers stopped at our house to use the bathroom. I'm dead serious. I said, "Dad, who just went and used our bathroom?" "Oh, that was Bill Rogers. He's practicing. Don't worry." Yeah.
That's pretty famous.
I know,
Bill
that's pretty
Rogers,
funny, too.
Christina, can you tell everybody who Bill Rogers is?
Bill Rogers ran the marathon back in the 1980s and 70s, and he won the marathon a couple of years. And if I remember correctly, he developed a running club and opened it down in Cleveland Circle, and you could run with Bill Rogers, who was a big marathon runner, and he would train people and things like that.
Yeah, he's like the most famous American marathoner.
Mhm.
Male
His
American.
nickname is Boston Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, do you want to tell the funny story of Rosie Ruiz?
Oh yeah, my friend Rosie.
I understood her. I understood her.
All right, Betsy, you tell the story.
You got it, Mark.
Rosie
Okay.
Ruiz is my spirit animal.
Right. Well, and I don't know all the specifics, but Rosie, my friend, started out running the marathon here in Hopkinton. And then at some point during the marathon, she decided to jump on the green line. And she went really fast into the green line and then got off somewhere near Boston and won the marathon. So she cheated a little bit, to say the least. And she got caught because her times were so fast that she didn't realize that she was going to get caught. And I believe Betsy might be able to tell me, but I believe she also did that at the New York Marathon as well, where she rode the subways. So she's not a winner in my book.
Yeah, and then she went to prison for steroids.
There
For
you go.
being in a performance-enhancing drug ring.
Excellent.
She's a piece of work.
She really was. But I was like, I know why she did it. About mile 23. I was like, is there a train?
Now I just Uber. All right, so there's another super important thing that happens on Patriots Day in Boston. It's a tradition. It's not the only time this happens. Actually, it happens 81 other times during the year. But does anybody know a special thing that happens on Patriots Day in Boston? Let me give you more hints. It happens a lot during the year, but on Patriots Day, on the Monday of the marathon, it happens at a special time. Ozzy?
Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox play a home game. Ozzy, I'm going to stick with you. What happens? What song do they play at Fenway during Red Sox games?
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. So I have a treat for you. So does Neil Diamond, does anybody know why the Sweet Caroline song might not be a good song while we're dealing with the virus? Yeah, Monica's giving a hint.
Yeah.
Why isn't Sweet Caroline a good song during the virus? I see a lot of people giving hints.
But Jesky knows.
Or he's gonna, yeah, Benny.
Touching hands.
Touching hands. So
Touching hands, right.
Neil Diamond actually changed the lyrics to it. I have a video for you of Neil Diamond and his new lyrics for.
So let's listen to him right now.
Hold on, let me try that again. Gonna make sure I share my sound. All right, here we go.
Hi, everybody. This is Neil Diamond. And I know we're going through a rough time right now, but I love you. And I think maybe if we sing together, well, we'll just feel a little bit better. Give it a try, okay? Where it began, I can't begin to know it. But then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, washing hands, reaching out. Don't touch me, I won't touch you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.
So good, so good.
I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when I'm holding you? Hands, washing hands, reaching out. Don't touch me, I won't touch you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline. Good night, everybody. Good night. We love you.
So there's Neil Diamond singing us his new version of Sweet Caroline about washing our hands. Wait a minute, someone's here. This is important.
Yes.
Janie Elizabeth Emery Bean. What's up? So Shani, I see you. I can't hear you. So we're gonna we'll keep working on getting the microphone working, but we're so glad you're with us, Shane. So good to see you. All right, I have one more thing I want to share with you, and then we'll open it up for general conversation. And that's that Caroline is a part of going to Fenway, but it is not the best part of going to Fenway. The best part of going to Fenway is seeing the Boston Red Sox play.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I'm really missing sports and watching sports and having the routine of sports to watch. Yesterday, I laid on the couch and watched the second round of a PGA Tournament Champions Tour, the old people, from like years ago that didn't matter at all. And I was really into it. So I'm really missing sports. It would be great if they would come back. That'd be nice. So here, to help us all emotionally. Oh, I lost it. I might have to find it. So can we do some general comments and questions? Morgan, you want to run a little conversation?
Benny. Ben?
Yep.
General conversation?
Yep. So there's another historic event in Boston.
Listening.
That's the battles of Lexington and Concord on Patriots Day.
Fantastic, Ben. Thank you for the history reminder.
And that happened at 5 a.m. in the morning. And I remember going to that with my mom, and It was a lot of fun. And
You were
I
at the
went,
Battle of Lexington and Concord?
yeah.
Wow.
And I'm wearing a Red Sox shirt of David Price. But he's a Dodger now. And hope my friends at St. Andy are doing okay this morning.
I might be going home Thursday.
1090? How you doing?
Good. Very good.
You missing Ben?
I think I might be going back to New York. I don't know, really.
All right. Well, hang in there.
How are you doing, 1090?
And hi, Morgan.
Who's that?
Michael.
Oh, what's up?
How are you?
Where are you, Michael?
Very good.
You.
We can't see you.
They can't see you, dude. Okay, one sec. You're out of my frame. You see me now?
Bend down a little.
Sit down. There you go.
Thank you.
Awesome. So good to see you guys.
Well, yeah, and I remember you sending those pictures that time. I remember that.
Absolutely, my friend. Good to see
right.
you.
All right, I'm back. So here's a highlight for you of the Red Sox at Fenway. Now, the thing about it, so the game usually starts at 11 o'clock. It used to be on UPN 38, which was also a big deal. But it would start at 11 o'clock, and the Red Sox actually don't usually do very well on Patriots Day. So you had to dig a little bit to find a win. But I went way back to, anybody remember Mark Loretta was a second baseman and a third baseman for the Red Sox. And I went back to 2006, and I have a highlight for you. It was a really, really good game. It was tied in the bottom of the ninth, and Mark Loretta came up. God, that would have been better if it was ready right away, but it's okay.
Loretta hits one in the air to deep left. Ibanez's bat. It is up. It is gone. And the Red Sox win. Mike Loretta walks off. The Red Sox win it 7-6 on Patriots Day.
So there's a Red Sox highlight for any of you who are missing sports like me and missing the Red Sox.
Andy, that just gave me full body goosebumps.
Oh,
I know.
I don't think I realized how much I missed baseball until you showed that. So thank you. I'll have to go back and watch some more games.
Yeah. I think this is all just because they got rid of Mookie Betts and they don't want us to realize. They're just, it's a conspiracy. All right, I see a couple thumbs up. We got a couple more updates from people. I'm going to try to call on people we haven't heard from too much. Rudy, is that a thumb or are you just holding your head? Just holding your head. All right. Let's see. Jillian.
Well, just letting you know that that I love the Red Sox as myself, and including my mother actually too, because she loves the Sweet Caroline, the song. And I want to tell you what one of my friend Shane also likes Red Sox too. And also I used to go to Red Sox Down syndrome awareness, and I used to go there. So I want to let you know that. So because you know I'm a Down syndrome since I was very little. So that's why I want to let you know I intend to go to their event.
Jillian, is that the MDSC night?
Yes.
That's awesome. It's a really fun night. I love seeing the photos there.
Cool.
Thanks for sharing, Jillian.
Okay, go on, Brad.
Patty?
I'm doing 60 minutes on the treadmill today.
Wow, great job, Patty.
I'm doing this after this. I've been moving up.
That's great.
I'm
You know what
doing
you should do, Patty? Do you have someone in the house who can hand you water while you do it? You can act
No.
like you're doing the marathon and just grab the water,
No.
drink it, and then throw the cup.
No. I'm just getting ready for next season for swimming. That's why.
Oh, good. That's great. Who else we got? Patrick?
I went walking I went a long walk in Newton.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you go?
last year, Michael Chavis, the Red Sox.
You saw him?
Yeah, I met him.
Wow, that's great. We're counting on him, Patrick. He needs to have a big year. There he is. And you're in the dugout, Patrick.
Wow.
Awesome. Somebody else with a little update or a question? Joey?
Yeah, I've been doing, to keep myself busy, I've been doing 3 miles a day on the treadmill since March 22nd without a day stopped.
Wow. That's awesome, Joey. Congratulations.
So
Do you feel it?
I've went from 198 to 186 as of this morning.
Congratulations.
Nice job, Joey.
Yeah.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I just do that to keep myself busy. It's like 51 minutes a day on the treadmill, and and then you can eat in moderation. So, you feel better.
Those are 17-minute miles too, Joey. Those are pretty good.
17.13, yeah, is what
Sorry.
1713.
That's awesome. Good job, Joey.
Yeah.
Somebody else with an update? We're getting towards the end, so if you want to give us an update, now's your time. Michael?
Yes. I've been doing very well, and I've been doing a lot of Brookline stuff and New Park Rec stuff, enjoying myself very well.
That's awesome, Michael. Good job.
And Andy, hope the Celtics play in, so the Celtics, hopefully.
Yeah, they're going to pretty much open up in the middle of the playoffs, huh?
I can't wait. Hope they play Philly. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cool. Hey, did you watch the Michael Jordan documentary last night?
No, did you?
No, it's on. It's like my one thing to do today other than this. So I'm really excited.
And they've been showing a lot of highlights games. College professional, they've been showing a lot of highlights on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah. It's a good time to be a Boston sports fan.
What channel is it on?
Yes, it is.
It's on ESPN Plus, Karen.
Nice.
What, Michael?
Do you get ESPN Plus?
I do, and I'm going to share it with Karen.
Nice.
Ozzy, I saw your thumb up. What's up?
It is someone's birthday today in the map.
Whose birthday, Bri?
It is my dad's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, David Osborne.
62.
62. Ozzy, you going to sing for him?
We will.
Good. Well, that's fun. Thanks for sharing, Ryan.
You should invite him into the dance party, Ryan.
Oh.
That's a good
There's
idea. That's another fun, I swear.
Well, we got to do something.
There's something on that.
Good idea.
Louis.
I just wrote as a new type of poem.
Ooh.
For Friday?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's it about?
I just couldn't tell you the rest of it, but I must have it till Friday.
All right. Oh, that's a teaser for Friday.
Yep.
I like it. Thanks, Lou.
Also, to keep in mind that I just finished with my creativity work.
Your creativity work.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're using that good brain of yours.
And by the way, I just learned as a new skill.
What was that?
I was kind of doing my own stuff on my guitar. Pretty soon I'll be doing writing my own music.
Wow. Nice job, Adam.
Thanks.
You are a very creative person, so you're definitely using that. What's up, Hef?
And I think I remember another history fact which ties in with Fenway, the Sox, and Street Caroline.
Yeah.
Which is that it might be whatever anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombings.
That's correct. So in 2013 was the Boston Marathon bombing.
Yeah.
And that was go ahead.
Yeah. Because why it ties in with all the Red Sox stuff is that the first year afterwards, the Red Sox Patriots game had a celebration for all the people.
Yeah, and Brian, I was gonna share those highlights, but do you remember why I couldn't share it?
It'd be sad.
It's not because it's sad. Actually, there's a highlight of David Ortiz right after the marathon bombing.
Yeah, that's the. Yep,
and he
that's the
swears on the
talk of next
field.
too.
Yeah, and he swears. So I didn't show that one, but it's a good highlight. The marathon bombing makes me sad to think about, but I'm really proud of Boston after that and how Boston came together and took care of each other and all the Boston Strong stuff. My sister Monica and I went to the Bruins game, and it was the first sporting event in Boston after the marathon bombing. And if you remember, that's when the crowd sang the Star Spangled Banner because Renee couldn't finish it. And Monica, right? That was one of the most moving things, I think, in our lives.
It was so incredible. And I was standing next to Andy, and we could hear the crowd singing the song. And, you know, I hadn't thought a lot about the Star Spangled Banner. But then in that moment, I really thought about the words, and it's about being strong even when things are tough. And I really like that song even more now because of that moment. And if you want to know a secret, I was having difficulty singing along because I was crying. Because you know how your voice gets like caught in your throat? So I only got to witness that moment and be there, but I couldn't sing along because I was so emotional. It was a wonderful, amazing, memorable moment.
That's the same with me, and that might be the first sing-along that the Garlics didn't participate in.
Yeah.
Jillian, what's up?
You forgot Shane. Shane's on.
So Jillian, I already called on Shane, and Shane tried to say hi. We're having trouble with her microphone. So I'm so glad she's here, but we can't hear her. So we're going to try to figure that out. Hey, Coach Andy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, good morning. How are you?
Doing okay.
Hey, you know what? Hey Andy, you know what today's all about? Today is about a challenge flag day.
Oh, all right, Andy.
I have not gotten one video from any of these guys doing push-ups or crunches, and I have this beautiful O'Hara's gift card that I'm dying to give away. That gift card could buy you at least 2 hamburgers. So I can't understand it. Push-ups and crunches get you a hamburger and maybe a Diet Coke. You think they'd be all over it? What do you think?
I like it, Andy. Andy,
So-
how do we get that video to? Can we post it on the Facebook group?
So if they could do the video of 25 push-ups or 30 crunches, and you can do them slowly in pieces and send them to you or Mark or Karen, and then I'll know who did it for Wednesday. Because if you guys don't get the gift cards, I have to go eat all those hamburgers and drink those Diet Cokes by myself. And maybe Mark and Karen, I'll bring other people, but I'd love to give it to one of the Tigers. So challenge flag is out. You got all day. Make the video, do the push-ups, do the crunches. Let's go.
So I like that. Who's going to wave? Who's going to be ready for that? Who's going to try for that? I see Patrick. I see Dale. I see Louie. I see Ozzy. I see Beth Garlic.
Nice.
I see Patty. All right, Andy. So a lot of people are committing to this.
I want to see those videos. I want to get those crunches and those push-ups going. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
So that is a great way for us to wrap up Coffee with Andy. You've now spent another hour with the Athletes Unlimited program. That was our 59th program.
Whoa!
That's pretty amazing what we've been doing. We're really glad you're here at 2 o'clock today. We'll be back for yoga with Sarah. 7 o'clock tonight, we will have a Footloose dance party. And if you're really into this marathon stuff, I think it's CBS is doing a special documentary on the marathon tonight at 8 p.m. And I know a lot of us are planning on watching. So if you watch, we'll have something to talk about. So we hope you have a really great day. We'll see you later. Bye.